Hello, West Michigan. I'm Jen Wangler. Welcome to Meet Her podcast. This is the podcast where we highlight all of the amazing women in West Michigan changing the narrative of tech. Let me tell you a little bit about our guest today. Naomi Riley is a brain injury survivor turned influential motivational speaker. She is the founder of Text Pledge, a 10-in-1 Smart Pledge program designed for students facing challenges in this decade. She is also the founder of FinAI, an AI program for anyone wanting to learn all of the intricacies and how to implement AI into programs for businesses. She consults with business owners to implement a sustainable online digital presence by offering guidance and suggested programs. Thank you, Naomi, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a joy to be here.
So, Naomi, you and I have spent some time together, so I'm pretty well-versed in your story. But for our audience, tell them a little bit more about Naomi.
Yeah. So I am a mom of three. And just was your average, stay-at-home mom for a long time. But I also, worked in publishing and being a business owner for a while. But my life really took a tragic turn in 2017. I was hit by a distracted driver, and I had a brain injury. I had several other injuries that were going to stay with me for the rest of my life. And I felt during that time so much anger and resentment and frustration because the driver that hit me could walk away and be fine, yet my life was changed forever.
Right.
So, needless to say, in 2017, I was looking up at a hospital wall ceiling going, why am I still here? I don't want to be here anymore. When you have significant injuries, you just kind of take a step back and you're like, oh gosh, now I have to start over. I had to, learn how to walk, to balance, to talk, all of those things that we have to do when we're a child.
Yeah.
And the staff at Mary Free Bed Hospital, they're amazing. I spent 9 months in and out of rehab, getting my neural pathways right, and then just, getting my physical appearance right again. But during that time, like I said, I was frustrated and upset with the way that our world was. And so it started as a distracted driving campaign back then. And 1 month after my car accident, my uncle went out for pizza and he was never to be able to come home. He was hit by a distracted driver as well.
Oh, wow.
And so it wasn't just me. There were so many other things that were happening during that time that I felt that it was so important that this campaign start.
Yeah.
And so Text Pledge was formed, and I went and did a ton of research with neurologists and doctors and EMTs and first responders that are there on the scenes. And, they had said that distracted driving was just a huge problem in our nation. And so, that campaign started out again in 2018. And, we just kind of did a lot of research back then. It wasn't until 2019 that we really looked at everything to say, okay, what else could we do to really gain some momentum, some attention, and understand distracted driving is not just the problem we have in society, right?
Right.
And so, lots of research went in again. We just kind of dived deep into what are the problems that we're seeing in this decade. Some things that we've allowed to happen by no fault of our own, just by growth in civilization and evolution and in the digital world. And things that have just happened over the last 40 years, they've been incredible, right?
Right. Absolutely.
The digital world is so cool, but there are still some issues that we're seeing that can distract us, that can, take away our time. And so what we did is we looked at, okay, what are the biggest issues? So we saw distracted driving was a big problem. Discrimination, we can see that all the time, right?
Yeah.
Then we saw, the acts of violence, the school shootings and things like that are such a prevalent problem. Sorry about that. um, so we saw all of these things just being so prevalent. So then we thought, okay, what could we do to help students understand that this world can be can be tamed a little bit, and let's figure out some ways to help them navigate through society one step at a time and just learn about the dangers, the warning signs, and how they can help others, learn about them too.
Yeah.
And so the Text Pledge Project was reformatted during the pandemic. I had spoken at one school prior to the pandemic happening. And then once the pandemic happened, we just had to put everything on hold. So we went back into research mode again. We're just really a team of developers that really want to see change happen for society, for Text Pledge. Curriculum designers, people from all over the world have come together and said, hey, we want to help and support this cause. They feel it's really important. So the Text Pledge Project was found. We have a K through 12 suite of curriculum designed for students that are really, really incredible curriculum. So we're just so happy to now be able to present it and give it to society and to the education system in a way that is just like, okay, we know this can be done and we know this can be solved.
So needed. So Naomi, you and I talked a little bit before the podcast started, and you were recently accepted into Web Summit 2025 for Text Pledge. So I want to talk a little bit more about that, but tell me a little bit more about the Text Pledge, the app itself, how schools use it, what's the purpose of it?
Yeah. So we want to make it as simple as possible for the schools. And actually it's 2024 that we were accepted into. So we have to really buckle down and make sure things are ready and to go. But anyways, the app is so cool. So parents and anyone can download our app. And what you're going to see is the first smart crisis card that's available for anyone. So you're going to see all of the emergency numbers, 911, 988, but you're also going to see, poison control, numbers to reach out for domestic violence, numbers to reach out for a missing child, things that we saw that were really, really important that are needed when someone is in crisis. And so, just something that our carriers have missed on. And so we wanted to present a space, again, for the students, a safe space, so that they could just see, okay, this is where I need to contact. This is who I need to get a hold of. This is really, really important things.
So you're starting with K through 12. Are you going into university setting?
So we are not doing the university setting at this point. Right now, we have staff that are presenting it to the administrators of various states, and we felt that was the best way to get our programs out, to work with and speak in front of the education associations, to let them know that our programs are available. And they are K through 12, but here's the way that they were designed in a 6 to 7 week increment format, if they so choose. So each curriculum is broken down to 6 or 7 different modules.
Okay.
And those are also formatted into a big book. So if we ask right now that parents just sign off, just so that they understand, hey, these are the issues. This is what we're seeing in society, and that they have knowledge of knowing what is going on. Right? I look at it when we were coming together with this. I'm like, well, my parents always had to sign off on sex education, so why can't we just do this too? Make it simple and easy,
right?
And nothing really complicated. And so so if you download the app, parents, you're able to look at our programs on the actual app, and just kind of go through and view them and say, oh gosh, yes, this makes sense, right? We did it in a friendly way. Yes, these are problems that are going on in society, but let's kind of make it, like we're informing you. We're not trying to scare you or anything like that.
Yeah.
They're really, really just informative education.
Resources. I love it.
Yeah.
I think my girls are, well, they're out of college now, but just having those resources at their fingertips, how important and
Yes.
how comforting for a parent that has a
Right.
child in
Yeah.
school.
One of the most important things we felt was really important was to bring about mental health. So we help the students raise their mental health so that they could
Love
become, a little bit more emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
Kind of know the signs of what's going on. If there's some frustrations or there's some anger, or there's something going on, not necessarily with them, but maybe with someone else that's bullying. That's, maybe getting bullied or there's a bullying situation. We try to help the students understand it really isn't you, it's the bullier, that has the problem, and that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
So we're getting back to the basics of where are the problems, lying.
I love that.
Yeah.
So Web Summit 2024, I stand corrected. Is this what you'll be talking about there?
Yes. We'll have a whole presentation of Text Pledge and all of the great things that it can do. Its innovative approach. So I've shared with you 2 things about what the organization does. The third is really exciting as well.
Let's get to it.
So the third is the national statistics. So when a student goes to our website, and mind you, I've been very, very cautious on any business that can be on our website because this is safe for students, right? So we don't want them to get distracted on anything. We just want them to learn about these epidemic issues that we're seeing in society. Yes, we have a one page that is for the business owners so that they can, participate. However, this is really important that it is for the students. So one thing that we love to share, and it's nothing that is, something that we're proud of, but it's something that the students can see where they can help society so they can lower the statistics. So what they're going to see on our website is live national statistics. So a student can go to the website, they can see what distracted driving is, where is it at, where is gun violence at and the hate crimes, where is discrimination at. So we're pulling from all different sources and we're updating these monthly. When I created the program, I wanted to make sure that there was a 3-tier approach. 1, national statistics. 2, an app that had emergency numbers for any single situation that was going on. And 3, lots of education. Something that's easily duplicatable in any nation.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, is the app available right now?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Please download the app. Yes.
And where can people find the app?
Oh, you can find it on the App Store or Google Play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about what you're doing in AI. So you have recently dug in and launched a new product in AI as well. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes. I'm a constant learner, researcher, and want to create, I guess you could say. So I have been learning under Chris Winfield of Superconnector Media. He's a guru in AI, and then Billie Jean Shaw, another guru in AI. So I've been learning from both of those two for over the last year and really dug in deep. And I thought, okay, what else needs to be done or created, right?
Right.
And so, when I would learn from Chris or Billy, I would learn all of these great things that they would teach us. There's so many different AI tools out there.
Yeah.
And, we hear all the scary things, right? That AI can do, but there's also so many cool, great things that it can do.
Yes.
So my mission and goal when I created FinAI was to really just help people understand at any certain level, because we all learn differently.
Yeah.
I wanted to tone it back a little bit and just say, okay, who wants to know about AI?
Yeah.
And how, okay, so let me teach you. I'm going to show you different things
Yeah.
on AI, and you can keep these things as a resource to go back to, right? And so FinAI was created, and really what we do is we take a deeper look into the different bots that are out there,
Okay.
how to create the correct prompt, and then how to create what you're actually looking for. So there's a lot of misconceptions. In fact, when we were working on Text Pledge, we incorporated a few pages with AI
Of
because
course.
it's a danger, right?
Yeah.
Right now, it's an unregulated danger,
Yeah.
and so just helping parents understand, like, here is the things that have happened with AI.
Mhm.
Here is when AI was created. We kind of show a little bit of a history
Yeah.
and where it's at today,
Yeah.
and so when I was creating Finai, I wanted to show everyday people, like, what can you do? What is the power that you can do with AI?
Mhm.
Well, right now there is so much power where individuals can monetize. We're seeing a shift. And so many people are losing their jobs. And unfortunately, that's just the way that companies are.
Yeah.
They want to downsize. They want to decrease their expenses,
Yeah.
and of course, bring in the income, and unfortunately, that's just the way the world is, and how it's changing.
Yeah.
And so, when I created FinAI, I wanted to show an everyday American how they can make money again,
Yeah.
just digitally,
Yeah.
because digital presence is really important anymore.
Yeah. Right. Right. Well, in it, so we talk a lot about businesses shifting and just dipping their toe into the kind of the AI pond, right, and how they're going to use it. So part of your role too is a consultant to businesses, right? So you're out talking to businesses about a whole host of different things, helping to support them. What are you seeing? I mean, what trends, be it AI or something else, kind of in tech?
Yeah. So with businesses, I guess I see, marketing as the main thing.
Yeah.
How can we develop a different various marketing plans to integrate into our business?
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, the way that AI is now, a marketing plan can be developed just like that.
Yeah.
And it's really incredible as long as you have the right prompts. You have to tell, one of the things I explained is that you have to tell the bot exactly who it is.
Yeah.
When they know who it is and you direct them, I need you to provide me with a 30-day marketing strategy
Yeah.
to reach out to my perfect client avatar, right? The perfect client.
Right.
To exemplify this, or this. I'm selling this, or this. So as long as we're, showing, we're helping the business owner dial down what the actual offer is,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of directing it that way, usually AI puts out some really cool things. So
Yeah.
I love working in it. I love creating in it. It's amazing. Now, mind you, it still does have its flaws.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
If you work in images, I use this example a lot because I like people to understand it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Um,
It developed my image though.
did it?
The web AI.
I love it.
Yeah.
There's some great apps that do that. Now, there's one that I worked in, Mood AI or something like that.
Okay.
And you can upload your headshots and it will, put you out into different, settings and
Okay.
whatnot. Now, one of them, it gave me 3 arms and 3 legs. And I saved it just because I have to show people, like, hey, it can do this too. You can become an alien.
Yeah. Right. Right. Oh my gosh.
It's funny.
So Naomi, tell me what you did before you started your business, and what inspired you to start your company, and what keeps you going today? Because part of the purpose of this podcast is to let those other women know if they're thinking about, jumping into, business ownership and starting their own company, especially in that tech space, it can be really challenging. And so having people on here that have accomplished that and are, have, great success stories to share is important.
Sure. So one of the things that really, Tax Pledge was different. So that was just, I'm going to fix this problem
Oh,
or
problem. Yeah,
anything.
absolutely.
That was a different space for me to create that. But Finai and some of the other companies, they are tech companies, the digital presence. You know, I am a creator and I have a story, and we all have a story. And it's important that we share that and we're, a blessing to others. And I thought, if anything, how can I help at least one person each day?
Yeah.
Create a business or, show them how important it is to have that digital space. Now we're seeing, why wouldn't you want a digital space? Because, eventually our time here is very limited,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so
Right.
if you can keep that and kind of start creating a legacy for your family or, people that you love, just to help them understand this is who she was, this is what she did, and this is why she did it. That is so important. I think
Love
maybe,
that.
a little bit having my life, kind of flash before my eyes too. That does it too. But,
Right.
you have to have a passion.
Perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have a passion for what you do. And, I do have people that will say, how do you do it all? You
Yeah.
got this, and this. And I say, I kind of look at it as if I'm in college still.
Yeah.
And I've got my different subjects, but I always look at every single thing that I do is how could it be better? How
Yeah.
could we make it better?
Yeah.
What can we do to make it a little bit better and thrive a little bit more?
Right.
So
Yeah. Lifelong learner, right? Always learning.
yes, it's so important. It's so important. Just showing others that, one thing too is that it's really important just to show others, that life is just, it's temporary. Every situation that you're in is temporary
Yeah.
and it will change.
Yeah.
Especially, with Tax Pledge, we deal with a lot of, students that go through crisis and, they're getting themselves better. And we have amazing, wonderful students that have come out and said, we've been, our program's been such a great, inspiring blessing. And we're so happy to have had it. That really means the world to me. So,
Oh, I can't wait to going down with it.
yes,
That's awesome.
yes.
All right. So, Naomi, I have some rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
Awesome, I am.
Okay. Favorite book?
Ooh, gosh, darn it.
I
I've
know.
got so many.
Yeah, that's okay.
Purpose-driven life.
Oh, I love that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a great one. Okay, so for all of the young women out there that are thinking about starting a business, especially in tech or taking the leap from corporate to entrepreneur, what is one piece of advice that you would give to them? Where do they start?
Start now and start every day. Just keep moving your needle forward every day. Make your plan and stick to it.
Yeah.
No, don't give up. Just keep moving forward. Because if you give up, then you stop and then you don't go anywhere. And that's frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And what gives you your joy?
I have a lot of animals that live at my house right now. And
Nice.
they actually give me joy. My youngest son lives with me and he has 3 cats. I have 2 French bulldog puppies
Oh my
and
gosh.
a couple cats. So, we're constantly taking care of animals and
Yes.
just, family, friends, all of those really give me joy. And just being able to give back as much as possible, that gives me joy.
Well, you are certainly doing that. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you over the past few months.
Yes, you too.
And I look forward to seeing you at one of the Circle Coffees.
Can't wait.
We have a networking group that we've started here in West Michigan called Circle Coffee, and we meet once a month and
Yes.
talk about challenges and share success stories and all things women in tech.
So important. It's so important. Women in tech are needed, and we're needed more
Yeah,
every day.
absolutely. Naomi, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.